Hello, I'm Tim Smith with the Adams County Historical Society.
I'm Andrew Dalton. I'm the Executive Director of the Adams County Historical Society.
Hi, I'm Maria Lynn, and I'm the Archives Manager at the Adams County Historical Society.
Hi, I'm Ellen Mann, and I'm the Finance Manager here at the Adams County Historical Society.
Hi, I'm Cameron, one of the interns here at the Adams County Historical Society.
And I'm Colleen. I'm also an intern at the Adams County Historical Society.
I'm Ronan Bigham. I'm a front desk associate here at Adams County Historical Society.
Hi, I'm Abby Huffman. I'm Director of Programs for the Adams County Historical Society.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let's see what we have in store.
The other round top.
Oh,
Other round top.
This belongs in the horror genre.
I love this sound.
I have to say that, this video, I had no idea that it was going to be one of my videos. This is a video that Gary Edelman and I made when we were younger. I think maybe neither one of us was battlefield guides at that time. But this video called The Other Round Top, we made on Gary's camcorder. And that was me holding up a transparency sheet with the other round top. And in the background was the, what's the name of that song? The Luster of Gold. It's the theme for the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I'm pretty sure the version I'm playing of it is the version that Metallica used at the beginning of their concerts. And that's the gist of that. And then we're going to talk here, I see, about the Devil's Slipper.
Devil's Slipper in the Gettysburg Park Commission book.
Gary
in
sounds
what
like
year?
a
1905?
skater
Somewhere
boy.
thereabouts.
We have the
1904.
Devil's Slipper on the other round top video on the battlefield that occurred even before the Battle of Gettysburg.
Isn't he from the Midwest?
Tim's going to explain what we have here.
You see right here,
I don't think my knowledge of dinosaurs was quite what it is now at that time.
there's a footprint of an ancient dinosaur. This bridge was put in about 1940.
Ancient dinosaur.
And at that time, they had found some prehistoric dinosaur prints. You can tell that this is not from a sauropod. We're here at the big round top parking lot.
Look at him.
So we can go up here and get a pamphlet out of the box. Stop number one is...
So this is the Big Round Top Loop Trail. And the Loop Trail pamphlet, I think, first came out in the 1960s and was updated in the 1970s. And, you know, you can still find this online, the Big Round Top Loop Trail. And you could take this loop trail around the base of Big Round Top. And there were little signs that told you to stop and it told you about things. But even when Gary and I are doing this in the early 1990s, off the top of my head, unless it says somewhere in here, I don't even remember the date of this. But some of these things that they pointed out were not there anymore. Like they would point out a tree and the tree fell down like years before this. And today, if you go out there now and try to do this, one day I walked it a few years ago and hardly any of the numbers are there anymore.
That Baltimore accent, that holy Baltimore, that
Stop
is,
number two. It's called a nursery.
that is thick.
Number three is called Stone Wall.
Stone.
Red maple. This tree is common all along the eastern United States. By photographer Henry Stewart.
This is taken.
This is stop number 5.5.
This is taken.
Quote, the natural
90s?
world engages the human mind as well as our physical. Quote, the natural world
And the music
engages
comes.
the human mind
I was
as
told
well
that
as our
Tim
physical needs.
held a tape up to the video camera, and that's how they put their audio on the video.
By nature, using centuries of wind,
And very sad, the
rain,
Sphinx
sun
has
and ice.
fallen.
The formation seems
Now it's interesting because, of course, maybe you know that a few years ago, an ash tree fell, hit the Sphinx, and knocked the head of it off, and it is no longer there today after standing for millions of years. I wonder if we rewrite the loop trail at the National Park Service, so put in something about how the rocks on the battlefield continue to erode, and this isn't even there anymore. But the Sphinx was highlighted on this loop trail that went around Big Round Top. I should mention that I can see that the staff has cut this down somewhat, and this is an abbreviated version of our tour, which I remember, I think this video is like an hour long.
Egypt. They even include a photo of the
Well,
Sphinx.
Gary might have edited it before them.
We have stop number 7, hunters with guns, knives, stray razors, Saturday night specials, clip loaders, side loaders, catapulting boiling oil, rock, says, perched on a rock, this tree has struggled to survive. Stop number 9, the tonic tree.
That same rock in the foreground of the photo.
What do you think of that, Ellen?
Start was impeccable. The little
Yeah, like the
Almost didn't recognize Tim. Who's the other guy?
Gary.
That was Gary?
Yeah.
Lots of rocks. And dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Great.
That was a Tim long time ago video. That's what it was.
So, you know, that's a very shortened version of that tour that we gave. But I'd like it to be known that, you know, today Gary and I give tours of the battlefield together, and we take people around, and we basically give the same types of information that we were telling each other when no one was on tour with us at this early date. So if you think we hadn't always just been doing the same exact things we do now, we had. I think that's a good illustration of it.
Okay, I'm scared.
I was looking for a rock that was just outside of the woods. And there's all kinds of illusions, too, when you're dealing with these photographs. As I say, when I saw these rocks, I said, wow, there's too many, they're too enclosed.
Devil's Den, Little Round Tops, happened to run through what's called the Gettysburg
so
Sill.
young
And this
looking.
sill runs diagonally from
Here,
Culpsville.
Gary's telling geology of the area directly from the chapter I wrote in our Devil's Den book.
The Little Round Top in this fashion. And that's why we happen to have the ability to line up these photographs based on the rocks.
One of the serious problems we have at Gettysburg is we have hundreds of
young.
acres
That's not
that were
Tim.
fields
That's not
at the time of the
Tim.
battle. Adams County was an
He talks the
agricultural
exact
area.
same though.
But the
He
Rose
does.
Farm, without a doubt, for one single piece of property, is the bloodiest farm in all of American history.
Part of that is a lot of people died at the Battle of Gettysburg, especially the people who were to write these reports. I would say it's most likely some Georgians under a guy named General Sims who died.
That was really good.
Wow. They're
What?
so young. Oh my goodness. What's that clip from?
It's from like a documentary that they were in.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like a mini series thing they did.
That's interesting.
That's insane.
So this is a video from Greystone Communications. I don't know when exactly what year this was, but I had gotten a job with a production company in Los Angeles, and they produced a series called the Civil War Journal. And Danny Glover was the host. It was a spinoff of The Real West, which featured Kenny Rogers. And they sent some cameramen out, and we shot some scenes around the battlefield for the intro. And each episode was about a different topic in the Civil War. And it ran a full season. They ran a lot of episodes. It was pretty well done. I did notice as time went by, they cut corners a little more and more, and the same historians were used in virtually every episode. In the first season, I was behind the scenes, so I got the photographs together. I would, help create the scripts and the questions for the historians and assist in however I could. So I wasn't on camera. Now, the second season, we filmed some episodes, but it kind of got canceled. And the second season, they took the episodes they had filmed and they released them together in a DVD package called The Unknown Civil War. But a few of the episodes occasionally pop up. You know, when you were watching cable late at night, you would see them air as part of this half of a season of a series that got canceled that never really aired in a regular setting. So this particular video was William Frasinito, and it was about his photographic discoveries. And Gary and I and William Frasinito are at the Rose Farm talking about his discoveries of the split rock and the dead on the Rose Farm. I also starred in another video in this series, which was the story of Jenny Wade.
So I think Tim looks like Bob Ross.
does.
I was
Like
just
he's gonna be
thinking
out there
that.
painting, you know, like happy little trees.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, like his
happy little-
inflections and everything are still the exact same the way he talks.
Not you.
Okay, one last video here.
Go ahead.
I shouldn't smile, right? Because that ruins it.
You can start it.
I just have to not use expletives.
Today, there are just about 100 known views of Abraham Lincoln, depending on how you count. Do you know that
I
all
would have never known who it was if
views
not
of
for his
Abraham
voice.
Lincoln known to
Like yelling.
exist were recorded indoors, the great majority of in a photographic studio? Only 13 views were recorded outside. 7 of those views
13, not 12.
are group views in which Lincoln is said to be in the
That
photograph
makes the
somewhere.
exact same faces.
But you can't see
He
him
hasn't changed
just by
at all.
looking at the photograph, and you have to get a blow up.
I like the spider
and somebody
hand.
has to point him out. I'm talking about photographs like Lincoln.
I see. That's something that Gary really enjoys. When I point, Gary says I tend to point like this and not really point to a certain place. I just kind of flail my arm in the direction of something I want people to take note of.
Just by looking at the photograph, and you have to get a blow up, and somebody has to point him out. I'm talking about photographs like Lincoln on the speaker's platform at the Gettysburg Address, or Lincoln in the parade leading to the Gettysburg Address, or
He seems
Lincoln at his
angry.
second inaugural, or the photograph of Lincoln on the speaker's platform in Philadelphia,
That guy's
or
camera.
the 3 photographs of Lincoln at his home in Springfield. Although you can clearly see him, it's taken at a distance.
Wow, I've never seen this clip before. It's pretty cool.
What did you think?
Maybe he's lost a little intensity over the years. I don't know.
Bring back screaming Tim.
Yeah.
Think of that.
It's so Tim.
Oh my word.
What did you think of that?
That was awesome. I just feel like Tim's obviously always been a very good speaker, and he's been a good speaker for a very long time, but it just goes to show that it's nothing new to him. He's done it before, and, you know, back when he still had black hair, it was very...
It looks like Bob Ross.
He did look like Bob Ross. Yes, that was actually my first thought was he looked a little familiar, like I might have known him. You know, that video was probably taken before I was born, but that's okay. He's still one of the best speakers in town, definitely.
Awesome.
So this is a seminar that Gary and I conducted at Antietam. I see Allison in the background from the Western Pennsylvania Civil Roundtable, the Pittsburgh Civil Roundtable. And this is a discussion I gave at the Grove Farm. And this is where there is a photograph taken of Abraham Lincoln in front of a tent. So I do a little discussion about how many photographs we know that were taken of Abraham Lincoln outdoors.
Hello?